Yeah. So what other oh my God, was there something else that resonated for you? What are you thinking, Tamira?
Just to think about, this continues to be present with me, and I'm trying to wrap my brain and heart around it. On page 9, where she says in 1860, the institution of slavery is valued at 3 billion with a B.
Mm,
Billion with a B.
yeah,
And here we are in
I got that
2021.
highlighted. It's
Yeah.
right there.
Yes. That is just like,
Yeah.
I still haven't fully just processed all of that now. And it's still very, very much present with me. And it's something like $3 billion in 1860. And here we are in 2020. And then I think about the carceral system as a form. So, like, by now, this system of enslavement, it feels like, has shifted and changed to the carceral system and to all these other structural systems within the government. And if it was $1 billion then, it's easily trillions of dollars now.
Yeah.
Easily,
Yeah.
easily. So that is what is present for me.
Well, and what that billion would be now,
Yeah.
that would be
Oh my goodness.
the amount of money well, and Dee Dee, you were saying something about, were you talking about the insurance companies? Or was that
it's translated today?
Yeah, well, just how they were
Insuring slaves.
Yeah, insuring the slave.
Yep. Aetna.
And then Life. Yeah. And then profiting on their deaths. Right?
Yeah. And what resonated with me too is, I don't know what page it's on, but when they were talking about chattel slavery and how, when I hear people like Tom Cotton and these Republicans talking about how slavery was better, how slavery worked well for the rich because they own the person, right? They owned that labor for life. Then if they worked on Sundays, they didn't pay for food. They didn't pay for shelter. They didn't pay for anything that the enslaved peoples had to do their own gardening and procure their own food and fix their own houses and build their own houses, and make their own clothes. And then top of that, they call Black people lazy.
Right. On top of that.
Yes.
And I think about now what it takes to be poor, and you see how many jobs people have to work in order to not have a living wage and to still be called lazy.
Yeah, the other line that really stuck with me was, physical abuse was common, of course, and even murder was legal.
Yeah.
The killing of one's own slave could not amount to murder, because, who would destroy their own property?
And so when we fast forward to now, and we have, later on, I think it's in the brutes of, I don't know why I can't remember the title of that damn thing.
Extinguish all the brutes.
Exterminate the brutes.
Exterminate all the brutes. He talks about how the people who are Scots-Irish were the most discriminated against in Ireland and in Scotland. And they are the ones who were coming over here and became slave owners. And actually, they were the enforcers, right? So with them having to battle the British, they came up with a lot of great strategies for torture, and because they were done on them by the British. And so they came over to the States, and they were the ones who were the overseers and the enforcers for enslavement. And even, I know this from watching Outlander, because I'm sorry, I like it's just messed up. I like Scotland. My mother's maiden name is McCullough. Interesting. And she's from South Carolina. But they came over to South Carolina, to the Carolinas, and grabbed up property. And even on Outlander, like he comes over and they go to South Carolina and get land, and that's their plantation land. But those Scots-Irish folks were the ones who were police officers. They were the ones who started when the fugitive slave law happened. They were going from the South to the North and getting wrecked. And those are the people who created the Ku Klux Klan. The clans come from Scotland. Wow. It's a clan. They still talk about that. I have the tartan of the McCullough clan, who are probably the slave owners of my mother's lineage, right? So that's how we're intricately connected. And in Scotland, they're still proud of their clans. They burn crosses for their Celtic rituals. This book is good, y'all.
It is good.
Join us. This is a little after with Tamira and Dee after the book club. Isn't it great? Wish you were here.